All right, Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm joined with my guy, the notorious, doesn't hold his tongue, the
Nobody.
infamous Lonnie B, man. What's going on, man?
What's up, champ?
How's everything going with you, man?
Everything going good. I'm working, I mean, at the gym, staying in shape, uh, you know, praying. And my normal life, what I mean? Just waiting for that golden opportunity. That's about it.
Yeah, I know that every time we do one of these interviews, your profile, your notoriety, you get a
Yeah.
lot more attention
Yeah.
throughout these breakdowns and stuff like that, which is
Yeah.
cool because I know that you're a boxer and
Yeah.
now also a trainer, but you're kind of an analyst to a
Yeah.
certain point. So, do people come up to you often and like either
Oh,
debate or agree with your takes when they see you
oh
at
yeah.
fights?
All the time. Oh, I saw your man, you right. This man, I saw what you said. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, and I'm naturally a talker, so like I just like how I'm with you right now,
Hmm.
I just rap with them the same way, like, and you know what I'm saying, and they become fans, and then it's crazy because my interviews they look me up like, oh, he really can't fight, like, oh, it's not. They
Hmm.
look so it's crazy how stuff work. You know what I'm saying? When I get more notice now than when I was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Which is crazy because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's traditionally like
Y-
what sells in boxing, the
Yeah.
boxer, right?
Right.
So,
But it's like my promoter didn't give me that opportunity to talk and show my personality. I just had to fight. You know what I'm saying? They never promoted me or put me in front of the camera. Everything you see was just me just talking, just on my own. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, I'll just fight and eventually they'll give me the opportunity. But boxing is political. They pick and choose the guys they want to be up there. You know what I mean? So, that's a whole nother story. But, you know,
I know you being a professional boxer, and it's
yeah.
no means to I guess disrespect the aspect of actual boxing, but I
Yeah.
know there's crossover boxing exhibitions and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Would you ever do something like that? Because of the fact that,
Absolutely.
uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely. Because guess what? It's funny. These exhibition bouts getting paid more than actual boxers, guys who live life, guys who walk that journey, guys who got receipts. You know what I'm saying? They getting paid more. Like boxing is becoming an entertainment sport. It's really not about honor no more. It's not about when Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard and Alexis Arguello, Aaron Pryor, Larry Holmes. Those days of boxing are over when it was about honor and me being the best and me making my name great. I think those days are coming to an end. I think it's more about the entertainment aspect of it now. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta adapt. So yes, I would love to do an exhibition bout with whoever, but I got a fully loaded clip on the side for the real thing too.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like a I'm like a Jay-Z. I can do it all. I can do it all. I can play with it, but just know I got an AK-47 waiting for when somebody call my phone for the real thing.
The things that are out there, I know there's like the Jake Paul MVP,
Yeah, yeah,
um, which is typically more like professional fights, like actually,
yeah,
and but I think I see like Misfits. Are you familiar with
yeah,
Misfits?
yeah.
Would you ever do anything with Misfits if they
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Because that's no, my thing is this, right? I just gotta get somebody that's for real. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? These guys play too many games. I gotta get somebody that's for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done my part. Yeah, I got a couple losses, you know what I'm saying? But if you look at my losses, they all split decisions against real guys in a weight class that I was way too small for, against killers. Against killers. You know what I'm saying? So Kovalev, the only one that really beat me. That really beat me. That really beat me. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't been stopped since. And at 34 years old, I moved down in weight and beat one of the scariest guys in the division. Now they can say whatever they want. Old Kentucky was nothing. Blah, blah, blah. You gonna get the haters, but he was world champion. And him and Caleb had a close fight. You know what I'm saying? He knocked out two guys, and I was supposed to be the stepping stone. And I mean, you seen what happened. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And this is what I mean. I say my promoter. Like after that fight, the performance that I had, how don't you? And even if you don't want to blow me up, at least promote me a little bit. That's what I mean. I say they pick and choose the guys they want. You get guys who beat bums, and that's the greatest thing they ever seen. You know what I'm saying? But when I beat a world champion, I was like, oh, okay, so what? That's because I wasn't the chosen one. I wasn't one of the chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, but if I get an exhibition bout, man, I would love to get an exhibition bout. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the
Mhm.
name, and boxing. Like in boxing, everybody know I get busy in boxing. Like you got fans who don't know nothing about boxing and see my record and say, "Oh, he got 5 losses and about deal," because they don't know what they're looking at. But UX, these world champions with belt. Would you fight Lonnie B? I guarantee you, if it was a line to fight 3 guys, and I was in one of them 3, my line would be empty. And this is something I know for a fact, and this is something that everybody else in boxing know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? So. I would love to do exhibition bout, make some of that
Mention
money.
mention exhibition. I know, like, we're weeks and weeks removed from the incident of the cancellation of the Jake Paul
Yeah,
tank, but
yeah.
what did you think about the whole situation about them having to, I guess, make a decision where they felt they didn't need to go on with it?
Well, I heard different stories. The one thing about me, I'm not a girl, so I'm not a third party spreader. Like first I heard Jake Paul was scared, and then the allegations with Tank. You know what I'm saying? And so you hear so much stuff. I don't speak on things I'm not clear about. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the aspect of the boxing part of it. Like I said, I was happy to see Tech make $40 million. But people say it's good for the sport, but I don't see that because I'm gonna tell you why. Because people see Tank making $40 million, and they're gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna do an exhibition bout." Like it's coming to the point where guys don't gotta show they worth no more. They can just come with a gimmick and know the right person and make all this money. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what does that have to do with fighting? You know what I'm saying? What does that have to do with fighting? I'm happy Tank got because Tank is a proven professional. So if he want to go grab a bag and I wasn't knocking him for that, but I think at some point he has to do the rematch with Lamont Roach.
Hmm.
I think at some point he has to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking him for wanting to grab 40 million here to secure his future. I think that's a power move. I think that's a power move. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the Floyd Mayweather effect. Floyd started flashing the lifestyle and the money, and now fighters they want a ton of money for light work. You know what I'm saying? Now in boxing, you see guys more concerned about their outfit than they is about their skills. Like it's all about I I say fighters go get the I'm getting money starter kit. They get the Cartier glasses with the diamonds on it. They get the tight pants with the big shoes, and like 105 choker chains, a ring on every finger, mad bracelets on, and sit there and smile like what I'm saying, like I made it. Like I call that the I'm starting to get a couple dollars starter kit.
Well, I guess backtracking a little bit, I guess some people might look in the beginning of this part of the interview and be like, well, if you feel like it's so bad, then why are you so up to do like an exhibition or do something with Misfits? I guess in contrary to
Right. I'm glad you said because they ain't giving me the opportunities at the real guys. Good. Thank you for asking that question. Thank you. Because they ain't giving me the opportunities to fight the real guys. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm not ducking no smoke. Look at my career. I've never ducked no smoke. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all don't give me an opportunity over here, like I'm not knocking Tank, don't knock me for going to pick up some money on this side because I am a proven professional. So and if I got the opportunity to be world champion, I know I can be a world champion. So if they don't want to give me opportunities on this side, okay, I go to this side and make some money and
I know everyone, right now is asking the idea of like who's gonna be the person that replaces Tank for Jake
Mhm.
Paul, right? Everyone's raising their hand. Everyone's saying,
Of course.
I've seen James Kirkland. I even seen Edgar Berlanga, like he's chasing
Right.
chickens around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess since you sparred Edgar, is that still a dangerous fight for Jake Paul? I know some people say he's a cruiserweight, and Edgar's coming off that, hellacious knockout from Hamzat. You know, Edgar's still a professional, right? So like he's gonna
Yeah.
be the favorite, and he should win against like a Jake
Right.
Paul, right?
Right.
I guess that's what I was. So,
Right. No, no, no. I agree with you. After being there with Canelo and the kid Shiraz, yes, I think that's a tough fight for Jake. You know what I'm saying? And Berlanga, um, he's not bad. He's excuse me. He's not he's not a bad fighter. He's just not what they try to make him be. Doesn't mean that you're a bad fighter. It can just be me. It just means you was over promoted to something that you're not. You know what I'm saying? But let's not forget he had what 18 knockouts in the first round. So he's not a bad fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's just not the monster they try to make him to be.
so who is a safe pick for Jake Paul then? I guess, or a sensible pick that because he tried to do the Canelo fight, and
Right,
that ended up being something where Turkey um, managed to get him to do other fights instead of
right.
that. So then he went with Tank, and that didn't go through. So who is next for Jake Paul then?
I'm not trying to be funny. I think me. I think me. I think I'll be a perfect fight for him. I ain't fought in 6 years. You know what I mean? Rusty. I got a credible name in a professional world, not outside of boxing. Couple. I'm starting to get known outside of boxing, but everybody in boxing know. Nah, this kid get busy, and I think the fight would be. I think Jake Paul would get a ton of credit for fighting me because everybody in boxing know, like, oh, and I think the whole world would be tuned in. And I think after that fight, the world would know me. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in boxing they already know what time it is. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But I think I'm the most sensible fight for Jake Paul. I beat a world champion my last fight. You know what I'm saying? Him and Floyd got beef. I was with Floyd. Him and Floyd had beef. They got to be having their little words back and forth. And I ain't fought in 6 years. And I think I would be the most sensible fight. And he wouldn't have to pay me $40 million. So he's saving money too.
But as confident as you are, is he saving his record, I guess, in that case?
That remains to be seen. Hey, listen, I ain't fought in 6 years. You know what I mean, I'm rusty. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know how your body gonna react when you get in there. And Jake Paul's probably better. He probably has one of those styles where on TV, like, oh, it's easy. But then when you get in there with him, you're like, whoa, this is a lot tougher than I thought. And I never fought a cruiserweight before.
Hmm.
Naturally, I'm a smaller guy, so I think I would be the most sensible fight
You
for
know,
for him. This is my opinion.
earlier you mentioned what you felt made sense for Tank to face, which I would assume if Lamont gets past Pitbull, the rematch, right? So
Hmm.
I guess not jumping the gun and saying immediately Tank Lamont Roach rematch because Lamont has to get through his opponent. But what do you think about Lamont Roach versus Pitbull?
I think it's a phenomenal fight. I think that fight needs to be promoted like Tank and Jake Paul. I don't feel like that fight is getting the credit. I don't feel like that whole card is getting the credit it deserves. That whole card is lit.
Hmm.
That whole card is lit. And this is besides besides Turkish Sheik, this is one of the cards I seen where I got excited on this side of on this side of the water. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a real fight. Pitbull Cruz bring it. Lamont Roach got skills. This is real boxing. This is real boxing. You know what I'm saying? This is real boxing. So, hey, Ed, hey, can you turn down a little bit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is real boxing. This is real boxing, and I'm excited for it. You got Lara versus the kid Jonabek. You got Fulton versus O'Shea,
I'm
and you
Shockey.
got
Yeah.
Shockey. You got Sugar Shane Mosley versus Ramos.
Yep.
So like this card is lit, man. Like, and this is what boxing need. Like, we need this. We need this card, and if they can keep it going, man, we be all right. They need to get this narrative age out of boxing. Like, if a guy can fight, I've never seen one guy fight and say he can fight. How old is he? I've never. I mean, Ron, have you ever did that? I mean, stop me if I'm wrong. Have you ever did that?
I mean, there's the stereotypes where people look at Cuban fighters, I guess, because they feel sometimes they look older than what they
Yeah,
some people
but
portray. But on an average, no.
if a guy can fight, if you see a good fight, you're gonna say, "Man, that was a good fight." How old is both those guys? You don't say that. You're like, yeah, that was, people want to see a good fight. They can care less about your age.
Maybe that's
That's
just a
the
report. Maybe that's just a reporter in me. But I see your point, because
like.
typically, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You said typically,
I guess in my mind, typically I'm looking at like the age as in like, is this a young prospect or is this, someone I don't know. That's just me being like a reporter though. So I guess I don't
right,
really count. But
right.
before
But
I did it, I
if,
know I didn't really ask.
if you look from a fan aspect, fans don't care. They just want to see a good fight.
Correct.
I can prove it to you. Pacquiao versus the kid he just fought,
Barrios?
Barrios. Nobody cared about Pacquiao's age.
You sure? I mean, it
I
was
mean,
the
I
talking
mean,
point of the whole entire
yeah,
thing.
yeah, I mean, yeah. At first, but when the fight happened and it was over, nobody was like, "Oh, hey, that was a good fight. It
I get
was a
what you're
good
saying.
fight. It was a good fight." You know what I'm saying? So they gotta get rid of these narratives in boxing that oh, your age and ticket sales. If you a promoter, right? It's your job to promote. It's your job to promote. So if your event don't do good, then you can't blame the fighter for that. The fighter job is to fight and to look good doing it. But if you don't sell your event, how is that my fault? How is that my fault? So is it, oh, these fighters don't sell? No, you need to ask yourself, maybe I just suck as a promoter. So that's where the Instagram following coming at. Oh, you got Instagram following, yeah, I'll put you on because I don't gotta promote. You bring it all, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a part of the reason why boxing is the way it is.
You know, following up on that card, do you think Lamont Roach pulls the win out? He's the favorite.
I think it's a good fight. I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you why, because if you look at when Lamont, I mean when Pitbull fought the kid Venezuela, like to keep up that pace of fighting for and both fighters did a phenomenal job. I thought it could have went either way. They both did. They both maximized their potential and forced their will on each other. And that was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time, as far as technical wise, skill wise, and game plan and executing. Like for Pitbull to keep that kind of pressure on him for 12 rounds, 36 minutes without slowing down, and for Venezuela to stay mentally strong and stick to his game plan no matter what, is a that's the beauty of boxing. That's poetry in motion. So I think Lamar Roach is in for a very tough fight. I think this fight gonna be tougher than a Tank fight.
Wow, really? Even though
Yeah.
people have criticized Pitbull in his couple last outings, kind of not looking as monstrous as he did when he first hit the scene.
Mm, well, it's different because when you fight better opponents, you got to make adjustments. When you fight better opponents, like listen, you ain't gonna just run through everybody. So when you fight somebody who know what they're doing and they're good too, of course you're not gonna look as monstrous you are when you fighting somebody who's not as skillful. You understand what I'm saying? But I think Pitbull should be bigger than what he is. Um, I'm a fan of Pitbull, man. He's a real fighter. He's a real fighter, and I think this is gonna be a good fight. I say it's gonna be a tougher fight than Tank's because Tank don't have a high punch output. I mean, he just does. He does one punch at a time. Very good though. I'm not listen. Not no disrespect. Very good. He fight like an old veteran.
Hmm.
Very good, and it's been working for him up until this time. But I think With a guy like Lamont, I think the constant pressure and constant throwing punches, I think that's a problem for any fighter. I think that's a problem. Tight defense, move his head, wing punches when you think he ain't throwing nothing. I think that's a tough style for anybody to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I think this is a more tougher fight than Tank. I think he's gonna have to be more alert. I think he has to be in dog shape. And I think he gonna have to bring all them. He gonna have to mix it up. Box outside, box mid range, box in the pocket. He gonna have to do all of it to slow Pitbull down. And you know what I'm saying? Just fighting Pitbull one way ain't going. You know, he gonna have to do all of it, in my opinion. And do I think he can do it? Absolutely. But I don't think Pitbull is a pushover. I think Pitbull get busy, and I think he got that old fighter spirit.
Would you be shocked if Lamont knocked him out? Because it sounds like he's
Absolutely.
pretty confident going to 140.
Absolutely. I would be. I would be. I would be very shocked if he stopped him. Tank couldn't stop him. And Tank hit him with some good shots. So you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? I got it a 50-50.